something a minute ago that the tie will end tonight. Unpack that for us.
I think by today, Arsenal will win this game by 2+ goals. I think it'll be 3-1 Arsenal or 2-0 Arsenal, and it'll be all over. I think the moment from when the draw was made, both Chelsea and Newcastle were doomed, because the second leg is at the Emirates and the second leg is at the Etihad. So Newcastle were never going to beat City, and Arsenal were never going to lose to Chelsea. So even if Chelsea win 1-0 today, they're going to get knocked out anyway. So I'm looking at this game before a ball was kicked, and I said it's going to be Arsenal City in the final. So
can I disagree with him a little bit about this?
Okay, you can disagree, but let me finish first and then disagree after. Can I finish? Can I finish? And then you can disagree.
Finish your point.
Thank you very much. Anyway, Liam Rossanier has been thrown into the deep end here. Just like, myself and Mo have been consistent about this. It's not just the manager's fault at Chelsea for the last fucking 3 years. We've been saying the same thing on every stream. So did LB this summer. And then the Chelsea fans call him a weirdo and shit, start insulting him just because he's stating facts about their dead institution. At the end of the day, Liam Rossanier has been thrown into the deep end. He's a Strasbourg manager. He went from Strasbourg to managing Chelsea. He has to manage against Mikel Arteta today, who is levels above him in terms of his CV, his managerial abilities, where he's at right now in the food chain of managers in world football. I think this is too big of a test. I don't think Liam Rossanier will win over the Chelsea dressing room. And my prediction, which I stick by, I think Liam Rossanier might end up getting the Ange thing, which is basically sacked within 2 months. That's my prediction. I know there's a clause in the Chelsea contract for it, which is basically like, we can sack you without paying you type clause, or whatever it is, like some form of release clause. But tonight, I think it's just such a big test, and they don't have Caicedo on top of all this, which you need a tackler against Arsenal. Very important to have a tackler against Arsenal. So they don't have a tackler against Arsenal, so Caicedo's out. Cole Palmer is not in good form. What Mo's mentioned about the forwards is true as well. The forwards has just been so dead and so shit for Chelsea too, So the only thing that, you look at Chelsea, they've got one elite world-class player in Reece James, and the rest is just this season, to be honest with you. So
Hossam's cooking, to be fair.
Yeah, I just would it shock me today if Arsenal win 2-0 and the tie is over? Absolutely not.
It wouldn't.
Guys, there is not enough talk about Cole Palmer, right? There is not enough talk in the
Yes, talk about that.
I like the guy. I think he's so talented and everything, but being talented is not enough these days. You can be as talented as they get, right? As long as you, but if you don't deliver, people will talk. Like, Wirtz is so fucking talented, right? But he's not delivering, right? For Liverpool. And people don't talk. Cole Palmer has had a fantastic season, a world-class season. And then last season, he fell off. He played okay. And then this season, Cole Palmer has been back for like 7 games, guys. 7 games back. And nobody is mentioning that Cole Palmer is being average on the pitch. He's not having the... Every time I speak about it, LB, people come back and say, but he's come back from injury. How long is this going to go for? 7 games now. He's come back from injury. He's came back like in November. Like this, we're January, bro. Early December.
No, he does need to do more. He does need to do more, man.
Bro, literally, it's a preseason thing for Isak in December. When Liverpool fans talk about preseason. I like Cole Palmer. I think he's so talented. As of now, and I'm going to say it, Cole Palmer is a 1-season wonder. As of today.
No, 1.5 season wonder. I told you.
Like, as of today, Cole Palmer has had a magnificent... And it's not a dick. I like Cole Palmer. I actually think that Cole Palmer is so talented. I genuinely believe he's a victim of the Chelsea system and the Chelsea ownership and the club, how it's run. Right? Because if Cole Palmer was playing for Pep, if Cole Palmer went to play for Barcelona ahead of Pedri and De Jong, we would be talking about one of the best players in the world, in my opinion, because he has the talent, he has the vision, he has everything. And the problem is he looks up and he freaking sees Garnacho getting Neto running like a headless chicken up top and Delap trying to fight people. That's what is going on, bro. The guy looks up and he's already frustrated before he makes the pass. Like, really? Like, imagine if this guy is playing with Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland would already be on like 25 goals or something with the movement and all the stuff. Like, bro, I think if Chelsea... Liam Delap, bro. Have you seen Joao Pedro's movement as a striker?
Well, he's not a striker.
It's Neto, bro. Neto doesn't even look.
That's what the thing is, though. This is what Hossam was saying. They have a few decent players, and then the rest of them are just mid players, bro. And we've tell Chelsea fans in the summer. Yeah, do you remember, Terry, when I said they'd finish 15 points off the title and I got fucking cooked off the fans in the chat? They're all sending in big super chats. Where are the super chats now, eh, boys? Don't see the
send the money, mate.
Come on, send in the super chats, lad. You were sending them in the summer, cooking me. Come on, man. Where the super chats at? Yeah, now you've all gone quiet because you've realised, bro, that a lot of the players in that squad are dead. That's the truth, man.
But you know, LB, this is gonna be
for a 90-minute game and get a result, which is what they did against Arsenal a couple of weeks ago, and they potentially could do it tonight. I believe, if I was to make a prediction, I think Arsenal will win the game tonight.
Thank you.
But if they did get a result, I wouldn't be mad shocked.
But you know, LB was talking about this. I know that the scapegoating thing. This was going to happen. After 20 games in the Premier League, Chelsea are already 17 points behind the league leaders. That means they are in the trajectory of finishing more than 25 points, not 15 points from whoever is going to win the league. But I know the answer at the end of the season, but we changed managers.
And we signed Garnacho.
We changed the manager. You know what?
I hear that. I want to ask a question about Arsenal on this, though, as well, because how important is it that they got to win this trophy for me? I feel like and let me rephrase it. If they don't win this trophy, but they win the league, people will be less bothered. But I feel that getting past this semi-final and winning this trophy is very important for them. And
I agree.
It could be the catalyst to winning more this campaign, because I think it takes a monkey off Arteta's back. It takes, whenever you have a conversation, you hear it in the media, you hear it on fan channels, panel shows like this, you always hear, yeah, the football's good, but where's the trophies? Yeah, this is good, but where's the trophies? Okay, that's great, but where's the trophies? I feel that if they win this semi-final, go on to win the campaign, win this League Cup campaign, they have 2 months left. They probably will still be top of the league at that point. I just think it will help galvanize them, but equally, it just gets that kind of voice at the back of their heads. Can we win trophies? It kind of removes it. I think it's really important.
There's another element as well, brother. There's an even bigger element that no one here has mentioned, but I will mention it because I will be the asshole on the panel. So, Carabao Cup, grand scheme of things, doesn't matter. Grand scheme of things, if Arsenal lose the Carabao Cup, in my opinion, no one should be Arteta out. Arteta out should be at the end of the season. You don't win the league or the Champions League. However, the other side of the semi-final includes a club called Manchester City. Now, Manchester City are your direct league competition. Here's the problem now from a mental element that is very important for this final. Arsenal face Manchester City in the Carabao Cup final. That's my prediction. That's what I think will happen. Now, if City win that final, Arsenal players might be thinking, fucking hell, we can't get one over these. Like, they really just beat us every single time we need to. If Arsenal win against Manchester City, they'll go like, finally, we've got one over these guys. And that will give them that element of push. Because of who the opponent is, it matters even more. I am not the biggest, thank you, Mo. I'm not the biggest fan of the Carabao Cup. But if we played Man United at Wembley, that game becomes like the Champions League final. You have to win. So for me, because it's against the direct title opponents, it's unbelievably more important to win. Because if Mikel Arteta takes on Pep Guardiola at Wembley and beats him at Wembley, the mental boost that the Arsenal players will get is unreal. And in reverse, if the City beat Arsenal at Wembley, it will give the City players a mental boost, the ones that haven't won a trophy.
This happened years ago, by the way. Do you remember the year, which year did the Queen die, man? And the Premier League game got
2020, 22, 23.
Right, so basically, that year, the Premier League game got rearranged and Arsenal was like 6-7 points clear of us in the league, whatever. And then we played them in the FA Cup. Right, and we'd not played Arsenal at this point because the game got rearranged, and they come to the Etihad and we beat them in the FA Cup. I think it was like the 3rd round or whatever. And I'm telling you now, every City fan that day went, we'll catch these. And that's going back to what Hossam's saying. Like, it probably will be a City Arsenal final. If City beat Arsenal, so long as we're still in the race, and obviously there's 2 months until the final, we might not be in the race by then. If we're still in the race, and we beat them in the final, that'll galvanise City and dent their hopes. It's a double whammy. So I'm with Hossam, man. Arsenal need to win this 100%. especially if they play City in the final, which is likely.
Yeah, I think you make a great point. I do think that there is the the comment about the manager getting over the line as well. It's there, and as much as football players will say they ignore social media, managers say they don't read it, we all know they do. We all know they do, because we see them push back and bite back. Even Pep yesterday saying, I did win a trophy last year. I won the Community Shield. I love it when Pep says it. No one moans. Jose said it. The world went crazy, but there we go. That's another conversation. I agree with you 100%, LB. And so I think it's really important they win this tournament. I think it will just, for them to go on and win the league and stop City, which I want them to do, because just City winning another Premier League makes me sad and really upsets me. I think it's huge. And I think it also takes a bit of pressure off them. I think it takes pressure off their FA Cup games. I think it just relieves a little bit of the tension that might make them relax. I know we didn't do it in the same season, but I remember 06, we won the League Cup final against Wigan, and that sort of new United team that Fergie had been building for 2 or 3 years, it just kind of, they knew they could win trophies like their predecessors, if that made sense. Won the league the following year. Chelsea with Jose, they had a brilliant season in 04-05. But most Chelsea fans, players, and the manager always go back to that League Cup success, and it gave them that extra bit of belief in the second half of the season. So, yeah, I think it's a real important game for Arsenal tonight, and it shouldn't be underplayed. And some news on that, by the way, just come out now from the hand of Arsenal. Saliba and Trossard are both included in the matchday squad